Bonjour! Bonjour!
No.
Time for bladder check. Check.
So it's a show?
It's a lifestyle.
It's a religion.
My emotions! My emotions!
I'm still French.
Ouais, c'est pas faux.
I'm a woman, Mary. I can be as contrary as I choose.
Non, moi je crois qu'il faut que vous arrêtiez d'essayer de dire des trucs.
Hello, hi, I'm Laura. I'm gonna watch The Last Kingdom Season 2, Episode 2. Maybe today I'm gonna have the time also to watch the Episode 3, because you know what? We are confined at home, so I have plenty of time, during my day. But still, I'm trying to be organized. I made a video, I filmed the video this morning for you, for that, Maybe you don't know that, but I'm making videos which are not reaction videos during that time that we are confined at home. Today it's Saturday and I already filmed 6 videos like that. I think that I'm gonna continue as long as I have ideas, of new activities to do, as long as we are confined at home and things like that. I think that I'm gonna do it. And this morning I filmed one video to show you that even if I'm confined at home, I'm doing like I'm usually doing. I'm waking up at the same time. I'm doing things, in the same order. I'm drinking my coffee. I'm enjoying my little balcony with sun, with my coffee and some cookies. And it's important, even if you are confined at home, to do the usual stuff that you are doing. To wake up early, to dress, to not stay in pajamas, to have, an organization and hours to wake up, to eat, to have something to do, to have some tasks to do during the day, to sleep at the usual hour, It's important to be organized like that, to not go into depression or things like that, because when you are confined at home, it's easy to just give up and do nothing and sleep a lot, and that's the beginning of something bad. When you are doing that, just stay at home and all of that can work bad into your mental health. So even if it's a little activity like reading a book, like dancing just for yourself during sometimes some minutes, cooking, washing your I don't know, even if it's little things to do, please find things to do to organize your day, to have the impression that you are doing something with your day, and try also to stay in a good shape, even if usually you're not doing sport. That's a good moment, to do sport again. You can do sport at your home, inside of your home. I did that and I made a video about that. Or you can go for a run, a little run, because in France at least it's not allowed to go outside for more than that, and we have to take the authorization to do that, and we have to stay into the area of our home. But we can do, a little run like that, and it's already great to go outside to see, the environment, the nature, the sun, to take that time for you to go outside and to make some exercise. It's also good for your body. And you have to stay in a good health with your body, but also with your mental health, and to do things and to organize your day, to do things, really, it's a way to stay active, That's my advice for you. You are free to follow it or not, but that's my advice for you. But yes, I'm confined at home. I have plenty of time now to film videos. I have plenty of time to edit also videos. I did a lot of things that I wanted to do and I never had the time to do. Like to class, some papers that I had for a long time, to do some administrative stuff into my computer, to do things, and I have the time now to do 2 videos, reaction videos and a morning video about one activity that you can do at your home. And I think that I'm gonna make them also during the weekend. The morning video during the weekend. But I'm not gonna do more than 5 reaction videos each week. That's already a lot, even if we are confined at home. And if you want to see something about me, you know, a reaction video with me during the weekend, you have all of the videos that I made for the last episodes or seasons of Mr. Robot, Game of Thrones, The 100, Fear the Walking Dead, Vikings, Peaky Blinders, The Expanse, Battlestar Galactica, The Last Kingdom, La Casa de Papel or Money Heist in English, The Witcher, The Boys. See, a lot of videos to watch really, so that's it. 5 videos, 5 reaction videos for a show during the week and 7 videos each morning about one activity that you can do inside of your home or a little outside if it's allowed, you know, into your country. Okay, on another note, The Last Kingdom. I'm glad to be back with The Last Kingdom, with the show. The first episode of the season 2 surprised me, but in a good way. I was expecting to have, I don't know why, to have a change, you know, with the season 2. I was like, okay, the season 1 was great, and maybe when it was out, a lot of people loved it, so maybe, you know, they pushed things during the next seasons, maybe they did bigger things, bigger stuff, and in fact, no. After like 10 minutes of the first episode of the season 2, I had really the impression that I was watching the next part of the season 1. I don't know how to say it in another way. I really had the impression that we had a continuity between the season 1 and the season 2. Like the season 1 never ended. Like me, I'm binge watching the show and I watched the season 1 and then I watched already the season 2 and I don't see the difference between the two of them, you know. When they were out, you know, for the first time, when the seasons were out for the first time, you guys, you had to wait for some months, you know, to have the next season. And so time passed and so they could have changed things even if they didn't want to. Do you understand what I mean? But I really don't have the impression that they did that for this show. They didn't do that mistake, you know, and I love that. I'm really watching the continuity of the season 1. We are back with the characters, we are back into the same environment also, you know, the same atmosphere with the show. We are back with this show, which is really an historic show. It's not like Vikings, which is more focused on the characters and on the development of the characters and on drama, you know, things, you know, drama, narrative arcs. But there with The Last Kingdom, it's really more about the facts, about really what happened into the history, and they want to represent that well into the show. Even if during the first episode we had a little things about fantastic stuff, you know, prophecy, stuff like that, I'm not against it. And during the first season we had also Uthred, you know, who helped that baby, who helped Uthred baby, so I'm not against it. Like in Vikings we have a lot of mythology, so I'm not against it into historic shows. I just don't want that to take the lead, you know, into the show, into this great historic show that it is. About the characters, I'm not gonna lie, you know, Uthred for me is a great character because he's interesting, because his role into the show is interesting, because his background, his history is interesting. The fact that he's conflicted between the fact that he's considering himself as a Dane, but he wants to have his land back, his Saxon land back, you know, his heritage as a Saxon back. So that's why for me it's really interesting. But the character on himself, I have still some issues with him. You were a lot to tell me that he was gonna grow up, he was gonna change during the next seasons. I cannot wait to see that, you know, I'm waiting for that really. We had a little change during the first episode. He respected the other one's face, he played the game, you know, with the new king, with Uthred. He respected his face, he did what Uthred asked him to do. That's great, that's such a change with what happened during the last season. So I cannot wait to see more of that, you know, coming from him, coming from Uthred. I want to love this character, I really want. I know, because I read some of your comments, you were annoyed by me being annoyed by Uthred. I'm sorry for that, but I'm not gonna change my mind because you are not happy about my opinion. You know how I'm functioning. If I think something, I'm gonna say it. If you don't like it, I'm sorry for that. You can say it to me, you know, into the comments in a polite way. But yes, I'm not gonna change my mind. I want the writers to help me to change my mind, you know. I want the character to help me to change my mind, and I'm open to that because, again, he's an interesting character, so I want to like him. I want to have something that can really please me. For now, the thing that I like the most about this character is the fact that he is such a great warrior. When it's about war, you know, when it's about battles, he can be clever, he can be in self-control, you know, when it's about battle, and he can make great strategies, great plan, and he can be brave. I love all of that. When it's about him into battles, I love what he's doing, but outside of battles, he's not such a great character, in my opinion. I want him to be more humble, really. That's the main thing that can help me to like him. About the other characters, I want to see more about Uthred. Thank you to those of you who paid attention to the fact that I was disturbed, you know, by where we were really into the timeline. Did we have a big time jump or not between the season 1 and the season 2. In fact, it was a little time jump, but the fact that they used that actress to play Uthred's daughter really disturbed me a lot. I had the impression that she was really old, but in fact, during that time of the show, she's not so old, but they're gonna use the same actress during the season when they're gonna make other time jumps, so that's why they wanted to keep the same actress. See, I understand the logic behind that, but that disturbed me a little, you know, during the first episode. But thank you to those of you who responded to me, who explained that to me. Really, thank you for that. Oh, fun fact about what is happening right now into the world and what we are doing into France. The French government ordered to Netflix and some other platforms to reduce, I don't know how to say it in English, la bande passante that they are using for their films and shows for their subscribers. We can still watch movies, watch shows and all of that on this platform, but it's not the big quality that it can be sometimes, you know, when no one is using internet, because they want everyone to have access to internet at the same time, because people are staying at home, so of course they're gonna watch Netflix and Amazon and all of that a lot. So to have everyone using the same amount, you know, of internet and having the same quality for their shows and their movies, they asked to Netflix and to other platforms to reduce that. I think that it's something great, you know. Again, it's an act of solidarity and I love that. Normally, it's not gonna change a lot, you know, for you, for the little screen that you're gonna have just right there, because, you know, the quality is still really great. It's not really great, but it's still really great, so you're not gonna see the difference. But there is a difference which can help everyone to have access to the same level of internet at the same time. That's great. I really appreciate that coming from all of these platforms to play that game together. That's really great. I'm gonna close my mouse and let's go for this episode 2. Okay, like usually, a lot of things happen during this episode of The Last Kingdom. We are used to that, you know, with episodes of The Last Kingdom. It's long episodes, like 1 hour episode, and a lot of things are happening during them, you know, a lot of actions, because it's an historic show and they are focused on the facts. So really each scene has a purpose, each scene is there to show us something, to show us a fact, and when it's not about a fact, it's about the evolution of Uthred, just Uthred. That's great, I'm not complaining about that, that's great, I love that. So now Uthred is a slave. I'm not sure that he's gonna accept this new role, you know, this new position. I'm not sure that he's gonna accept that people are gonna call him Uthred. I'm sorry to say it, but that's gonna be great for Easygo, you know. Maybe that's gonna be the switch that I want for him, you know, to understand, you know, what humility can be, but I don't want them to hurt him. I'm protective, you know, with him. Like I said, he's really the cousin that of course you like because he's part of the family, but you are watching him doing things like, you know, like that. Of course I'm gonna be protective with him, I'm not gonna want him to be hurt or something like that. They are really taking all from him, you know, they are taking his name, his reputation, his position, his land, his dream, and also his living, you know, is changing maybe of country. I don't know if they're gonna stay in Great Britain. Maybe they're gonna leave, maybe they're gonna come in France, you know, maybe. That's gonna be interesting. For the evolution of his character, that's gonna be really interesting. To see how he's gonna take all of that and how he's gonna evolve because of that. He has a big ego, you know, so to ask him to be a slave and to respond to his old name, that's gonna be hard for him to handle, to accept. But again, he can grow up after that. That can be the switch for him, you know, to change, to be more humble, to understand that his position, you know, before that, okay, he had to fight sometimes to have it and to keep it. It was also easy, I don't know how to say it, but it was also easy in a certain way for him, for all of them to accept him talking like that and not doing anything. Just right there, you talked bad and you had the slap in return, you know. A big one. But Brida and Ragnar are gonna search for him. That's so great! I love them! I cannot wait to see that, and I cannot wait to spend time with them because they're gonna take some time, you know, to find him, to search for him, and they're gonna spend that time with Hild. That's gonna be interesting to have the three of them talking to each other and to have more place for Brida and Ragnar into the show. Yes, I like that. I want that to happen. They're not gonna be really free, so maybe we're gonna have also other people joining them. You know, soldiers or something like that. Why not? I saw, you know, that during this season we had more characters, more important characters. We have the same main characters, but we have more little characters. I don't know how to say it, but Alig, Hild, Uthred, Alfred's wife, Alfred's daughter, Beoka, all of them, you know, there are a lot more little characters during this season. I like that. I really appreciate that because, you know, in life, okay, you're the main hero of your life, but you have a lot of characters which are also important, so that's great to have that into a show. And that's also interesting, I think, for the story and for the evolution of the show. Like I said, for now, this show is really more focused on historic facts, and I like that, but like I'm saying a lot, I love shows which can do great stories and characters. And for now, they did really well stories during the first season, but they didn't do a lot of characters, you know, a lot of evolution for their characters, a lot of things for them, you know, to create deep moments, important moments for them to evolve, to express their thoughts, their emotions, all of that. They did a little of that with Uthred during the season 1, but not enough in my opinion. And during this season, they're gonna do that again with Uthred, we can see already that, but also with Hild, and that can be really interesting to follow. And that can be really something great, you know, if they are taking the time to make more scenes only for characters. I want to see that. Okay, so I'm gonna stop this review right now, because I just have the time now to watch one more episode, because after all of that, I'm gonna go to have a little run, 15 or 20 minutes, not more, because we can't go outside for a long time. That's gonna be already great to go outside and to, you know, I was gonna say watch nature, but no, just to run, to do something, that's gonna be great. But first, I'm gonna see the episode 3, it's gonna be in another day for you and in just 10 minutes for me. So it's all for you for today and it's all for me for now, so bye for now. Bye.
Wait a minute, Doc. Are you telling me that you built a time machine?
Hey.